Welcome everybody back to another edition of Q Chef's Culinary Corner. We got Chef Tyler here at Cafe Q. Today we're going to be preparing a Haitian style chicken curry. And here are some of my ingredients. Alright guys, here are some of my ingredients. I have chopped parsley, some coarse ground black pepper. I have some kosher salt, some chopped garlic, some lemon and lime juice freshly squeezed. I have some tomato paste, some seasoned salt, some bell peppers, and then I also have some Fresno peppers. I'm just using what's available to me. And then I have some diced white onion. I also have my chicken wogs here that I have went and quartered, so that way I'm not trying to serve a whole half a chicken to somebody. They can each enjoy a quarter of a chicken for their meal. Alright guys, we're going to go ahead and do a traditional cleanse on this chicken. Traditionally, they use vinegar. You can use orange juice, lemon juice, and lime juice, and you're going to let it soak in that overnight, and then you're going to go ahead and rinse it off the next day. Could even add a little bit of salt in there. That would be great. Make sure that all the vinegar and lemon and lime juice get all over that chicken. We'll let that sit overnight and then go ahead and rinse it off the following day. Alright, looks great. We're going to go ahead and start our marinade. Let's get to it. Fresh chopped parsley, garlic, black pepper, and we're going to use some seasoned salt here. A bit extra. Alright. Make sure you get it all in the nooks and crannies. You don't want salt on one part of the chicken. There we are. Alright, it's time to start our curry here. I've got my pan heating up, and we're going to go ahead and sear our chicken first. Just letting that pan get a little bit more hot. Put a little bit of oil in here. And we're going to go ahead and go skin side down. Love that sizzle. Gonna let that sear for a minute or so. You don't want to add in our peppers and onions quite yet, or they're going to burn before the chicken's done. You used to have a nice hot pan, and you get that golden brown skin on the outside. Best to not touch the pan either, because every time you move the pan you're going to lose heat. It's probably going to take anywhere from 5 to 10 minutes to sear the chicken, and then we're going to let it finish cooking in the curry. Beautiful. It's important to be aware of your hot spots on the pan. You can see that my hot spot is towards the back of the pan. That's why it has more color on there. We're going to go ahead and kind of swap them out. That way they can all cook evenly. These thicker pieces towards the back, while the smaller ones in front towards me. Let's see how we're looking. Getting there slowly. I want that piece. All right, the bottom's looking great. We're gonna go ahead and add in our onions and peppers. And what we're gonna do, we're gonna take this chicken, we're gonna put it on top of the onions and peppers so that way it won't cook as fast. And that way my onions and peppers can go ahead and saute. Just gonna kind of stir it up, making sure nothing's burning on the bottom. See, some of the ingredients are starting to stick. That's okay, don't worry. So we have some color on our onions and peppers. We're gonna go ahead and add in a little bit of our Fresno peppers and jalapeno. The recipe called for a Scotch bonnet, however we're using what's available to us. Something similar to a Scotch bonnet might be a habanero or an amarillo pepper. I believe that's a Peruvian pepper. But like I said, we're going to be using a Fresno and jalapeno. Gonna put mild spice for now. If it's not spicy enough, we can go ahead and add some later. I'm gonna go ahead and deglaze the pan before we all start soaking from all the peppers. You can use a wine, you can use lemon juice, lime juice, water, chicken stock, whatever you have in your house or in your kitchen. You know, just trying to build those flavors up and take the dish to the next level. This is going to go ahead and bring up all the flavors from the bottom of the pan and kind of just marry everything all together. The last ingredient that we're going to add is the tomato paste. Use a little bit now and we'll stir it in as needed. I've kept my heat on high this whole time. But we don't want it to burn, so we're going to go ahead and turn it down a little bit so that way it can simmer. From this point, it's probably going to take another 20 to 30 minutes. And we're just going to keep our eye on it, making sure the bottom's not going to scorch and that our curry's coming together nicely. Still a little thick, so I'm just going to add a little bit of water. This recipe actually did call for a little bit of water. You want to do your best to make sure that the skin of the chicken is up out of the stew so that way, or the curry, so that way it can have a nice crispy texture to it. You can even, at this point, if you wanted to, you can even throw this in the oven and finish it in the oven. Just make sure that you don't have any plastic on your saute pan. Okay everybody, we have our chicken that has finished cooking. It's reached the internal temperature of 165. We're going to go ahead and plate up this curry with some rice. You can feel free to cook your chicken a little bit longer. Since it's cooking in this sauce over here, it's not going to dry out. It's only going to get more tender and just fall apart. There's my favorite piece right there. Been keeping an eye on it the whole time. I'm going to go ahead and plate up some sauce on the rice first. Get this guy out of here. Making sure we got plenty of onions and peppers. This does have a little kick to it, even though it is jalapeno and Fresno peppers. It is still pretty spicy. You want enough sauce that you can get a bite of sauce with every bite of rice. Garnish with a little bit of grilled lemon, a lemon wedge, some fresh parsley. There you have it, little Haitian curry. Thank you everybody for joining us for this edition of Q-Chef's Culinary Corner of Hispanic Heritage Month. I hope that you can make this dish with your friends and family and let us know how it comes out. Thank you guys.